Tanzania unfurls with vast, endless grasslands, where winds brush close to the ground and sunlight stretches all the way to the distant horizon. In that open expanse, the wildebeest emerges as an inseparable part of the landscape. Needing no quest for prominence, simply existing and operating according to timeless rhythms. Life on the boundless savanna rarely stands still. The wildebeest herds move steadily and relentlessly, creating a continuous flow of motion across the open earth. Each step follows another rhythmically, unhurried yet fiercely steadfast, helping them maintain a stable presence amidst countless changes. Across this sprawling land, nature has never favored the strongest, but rather favored those who know how to adapt. The wildebeest persistently walk through new terrains in search of young grass, keeping the rhythm of life from ever snapping. Their existence stems from a capacity to always press forward without faltering. The wildebeest's uniqueness lies not in sudden bursts of speed or solitary strength, but in an exceptionally precise capacity to read the environment. They sense changes in vegetation, soil moisture, and wind directions very early on. Consequently, every directional move is meticulously calculated, helping the entire herd maintain stable safety. Wildebeests possess a body structure specifically designed by creation for journeys of 1,000 miles. A sturdy skeletal frame, low neck, and muscular shoulders enable them to travel with astonishing endurance over many consecutive days. They need no constant sprinting, instead maintaining a steady pace, conserving maximum energy to endure long term. Yet the most notable trait of this animal is its intensely cohesive collective mindset. Wildebeests almost never act individually alone. Every individual observes, reacts, and adjusts according to the movements of peers. That flawless synchronization turns the entire herd into a unified block where all risks are shared. As Tanzania enters the harsh, dry season, the antelope herd begins facing scarcity challenges and lurking hazards. While adults maintain familiar routines, the surrounding space abruptly changes. Winds stall, all movements pause, and hesitant silhouettes emerge in the distance. From the edges of the expanding savanna, another force quietly reveals itself. Hungry prides of lions advance into the open space, with resolute gazes and breathing heavier than the wind. Absolutely no loud noises exist, only an overwhelming presence, potent enough to make all living rhythms slow down, awaiting the trial. Individual lionesses quietly detach from the main formation, pressing their bodies close to the ground and advancing in slow, powerful steps. The distance between both sides narrows cautiously, without haste. Amidst the seemingly empty space, the wildebeest herd continues moving, completely unaware of the peril right next door. Extreme tension strikes when a lioness suddenly bursts out of the tall grass and surges forward. The ground trembles violently beneath hurried running rhythms, closing the gap in the blink of an eye. The antelope herd fractures in rushed reflex, and every survival decision now depends solely on fleeting breaths. Amidst the chaotic and panicked flow of the collective, a single wildebeest inadvertently lags behind the rest. The safe distance stretches too wide, and the herd has moved too far to turn back and support. Following natural operations, waiting for no one, even a tiny delay, is enough to completely alter the outcome. After moments of intense fluctuation, the Tanzanian scenery settles back into an exceptionally gentle breath. The wind returns to its familiar rhythm, the land grows more peaceful, and the open expanse slowly regains its inherent balance. The savanna never lingers on the past, continuing its operational cycle through the seasons. Once travel momentum fully stabilizes, the wildebeest herd returns to daily familiar routines. They resume striding across the savanna, blending to share common space with other species. Absolutely no prolonged panic remains, only silent adjustments to make every step more cautious. The challenges just faced are certainly never forgotten, even though the savanna has returned to peacefulness. Within the collective, vigilance visibly heightens, distances between individuals tighten, and reflexes grow sharper. Those practical lessons are precisely what elevate their survival capabilities in the animal kingdom. As travel tempo slows down and the ground softens with seasonal shifts, the savanna enters a new chapter. For the wildebeest, this is not merely a time to seek water and fresh grass, but also the milestone of lineage continuation. Amidst the open space, a new birthing season quietly begins unfolding. The truly wondrous trait of wildebeests lies in an exceptionally high synchronization in reproduction. Most females in the herd conceive and give birth around the exact same period, causing the birthing season to transpire within a remarkably short time frame. This concentration serves as a smart strategy, helping the savanna scatter risks and better protect the new generation. Birthing unfolds rapidly and directly on open grassland fields. Wildebeests seek no fixed sheltered zones, placing absolute faith in massive numbers and the herd's movement rhythm to sustain safety. The capability to stand firm rapidly after birth remains the core adaptation key. Amidst the urgent movement flow of the large herd, a young calf accidentally strays away from the shared trajectory. It can no longer keep pace with its mother, and the gap widens in a split second. During birthing season, youngsters tend to follow any massive movement within sight, even though not every silhouette offers safety. After tense moments as hazards sweep past, the savanna swiftly readjusts its routine rhythm. Cool winds continue brushing past green grass. The young calf safely returns to its mother's embrace, continuing to extend the journey moving forward, as if no incident ever intervened. The birthing season signifies far more than just lineage continuation. It lays bare the fundamental rules of nature. Life begins from fragility, grows amidst incessant movements, and is preserved through flawless synchronization. Existing here is never about avoiding challenges, but moving in exact rhythm. The wildebeest's lengthy journey is never measured by a fixed destination, but is affirmed through the capacity to sustain enduring movement across years. Across expansive grasslands, they tune living rhythms to earth and sky, matching every gust of wind and rainfall volume. Every footstep serves not just survival, but keeps the machinery running. On the wild Tanzanian land, the wildebeest is not merely an ordinary living animal, but has become an integral part of the landscape's soul. Their enduring presence shapes ecosystems, sustains natural flows, and reminds us that nature always operates on the strength of tight-knit cohesion. As the herd slowly fades away toward the distant horizon, that vast land continues, maintaining its harmonious breath alongside them. New challenges will cyclically reappear, yet innate resilience and collective unity will forever stand as the steadfast gear helping this species endure through Africa's sun-drenched, legendary land. Concluding a chapter within the Wildebeest survival epic, we grow increasingly awestruck by steadfastness, born from the simplest creatures. Possessing no advanced weapons or superior speed, they conquer nature through endurance, rising will, and a life rhythm harmoniously woven into earth and sky's eternal tapestry. Across the vast and harsh African savanna, every passing day is a silent test. In a place that never has room for hesitation, life is decided neatly in remarkably brief moments. When a predator's silhouette suddenly appears, all survival instincts awaken, carrying a heavy price. In this wilderness, all species never move out of panic, but instead learn to listen to the rhythm of the wind. The hidden masters need no majestic roar, relying instead on patiently waiting for the perfect moment. Every creature carries deep lessons about the harsh art of survival. And then, amidst the golden grass burning under the midday sun, the serval suddenly appears. It is as fluid and gentle as thin smoke or a flowing stream. Caring not for striving for glory or claiming a private territory, it survives through subtle listening. Its large ears continuously rotate, reacting acutely to the world around it. The serval possesses the largest ears in the entire feline family, accounting for nearly a quarter of its head's total length. This special ear structure helps it easily catch even high-frequency sounds emitted by insects or the grazing sounds of rodents hidden under thick grass. It needs no eyes to observe. Listening alone is enough. The serval is also equipped with hind legs noticeably longer than its front legs, allowing it to execute vertical leaps of up to 3 meters without needing a run-up. Slender limbs, flexible shoulder muscles, and a supple spine make all movements flawless. Along with soft paws, it glides as lightly as if untouched by the ground. Suddenly it halts, its entire body slightly tensed, like a bowstring awaiting release. Something strange is hidden beneath the dense, lush grass. The wind's rhythm seems to freeze, the cicada's chirping abruptly silences, and the entire wild world seems to hold its breath to observe this wondrous moment of stillness. Across the arid ground, golden sunlight pierces through leaf gaps, shining upon shimmering metallic scales. A small snake slowly slithers past. It moves steadily, noiselessly, yet with an imposing presence. Showing no threat or backing down, Two creatures carrying distinct instincts coexist in the space. Amidst the sun-scorched grass space, no one appears as an intruder, for both belong to this land. The only thing separating them is not muscle power, but extreme acuteness. It is the capacity for subtle sensing, lightning-fast reactions, and maintaining perfect balance in nature. The serval never acts hastily. It slowly lowers its body close to the ground, sharp eyes unglued from the movement ahead. Its ears gently twitch to each rhythm, and its long tail glides lightly across the grass. It views the opposite creature not as a hazard, but as a test requiring utmost concentration. As for the snake, it fully senses every subtle vibration transmitted through the fine soil. Though lacking ears, it thoroughly comprehends the surrounding presence without panicking. Every movement grows slower and more calculated, as it clearly understands its limits and the value of patiently waiting for the right moment. The tense waiting moment passes as the serval proactively moves, agile and smooth like a stream. Making no sound or displaying no mighty power, it achieves its goal. When the grass returns to peacefulness under the sunlight, the serval completely masters the situation through calmness and acute instincts. It lingers not long nor looks back, simply lifting its footsteps lightly across the towering grass. Across this vast savanna, each new day opens an entirely different path. For the serval, completing a challenge is never the final stop, but motivation to press onward. Farther south on the map, the savanna gradually fades to make way for an arid semi-desert region dotted with low, scattered bushes. The wind carries the warmth of hot stones and the scent of dust. Among those rugged, rocky crevices, another creature silently observes the world with a tough, discreet, and proud appearance. Clad in its characteristic sandy golden fur and brilliant amber eyes, reflecting the glaring sunlight, there is the caracal. This animal is the living proof of pinnacle adaptation to a harsh land. At the tips of its ears are two erect black tufts like small spears, aiding extremely precise sound orientation.
Humans only have 6 ear muscles. Each caracal ear is controlled by 20.
In stark contrast, to the serval's agility and softness. The caracal brings a sense of solidity and absolute proactivity. It hunts not with haste, but relies on the ability to patiently wait for the right moment and deliver a decisive blow. A muscular body and low gait help it easily camouflage among the bushes. At midday, as sunlight pours down fiercely like melting the earth, a flock of guinea fowl busily rummages for food. The caracal quickly drops low into the grass, eyes narrowing with intense focus and ears twitching slightly. It pours all its strength into every muscle fiber, remaining completely silent and waiting for the perfect moment. In a mere split second, it suddenly springs into the air like lightning with a powerful vertical leap. The guinea fowl panic, flapping their wings and scattering everywhere. But it is too late. A single individual failing to leave the ground falls squarely into its grasp. Everything happens in a flash with absolute precision. The caracal does not rush to enjoy its newly won prize immediately, but raises its head to carefully scan the surrounding open ground. Caution is the ultimate survival key here. In a world where every gaze harbors hazard, maintaining calmness and patience over years is the most worthy reward. The caracal needs not run faster than every creature on the savanna. It only needs to appear in the right place and at the right time. Its ration, though not too large, is always just enough, combined with a highly flexible menu from ground birds, rodents to small antelopes, helping it resiliently endure the harshest dry seasons.
Les pintades ne baissent jamais la garde.
As evening falls, with the sunset blanketing the rocks and bush clusters in warm hues, the caracal leisurely walks away. Its gentle gait mimics when it arrived, leaving behind no footprints or unnecessary sounds. Closing a long day with a decisive leap, it continues its silent journey across the vast wilderness. Across two entirely distinct savanna regions, the serval and caracal perseveringly maintain life in their own unique ways. One is the fluid artist of the boundless grassland, the other the resilient warrior of the dusty rocky land. Though neither competes nor confronts, both stand as vivid proofs of the laws of survival. Two wonderful creatures, two living realms, and two completely opposing movement styles, yet both worship the same religion named concentration. They need no flashy praises. Their resilient existence day by day is the most eloquent testament to the mettle of wildcats. Every footstep imprinted on the ground, every shudder of the grass before the wind, all blend into notes within the grand symphony of life. Amidst the primeval wilderness, where time is measured by sharp instincts, the serval and caracal continue to stride along the ancestral thousand-year journey. Gazing upon that miraculous harmony, we come to understand that nature always knows how to create the most perfect adaptations. Needing no boasting of strength or scrambling for power, a deep understanding of the living environment is the key to enduring. This wildcat duo has carved their names into the Savanna legend through silence and grit. The air suddenly thickens, as if the vast savanna itself is holding its breath, waiting for something. Dark figures gradually fill the frame, moving slowly yet with a power so immense it cannot be ignored. The Cape buffalo appears with no need for haste, for every planted footstep is enough to create a pressure, making the space adjust itself. Cape buffalo, the rolling steel mass of the wild, ready to make any predator regret its choices. Needing neither wind-shredding speed nor the element of surprise, the Cape buffalo advances in an extremely solid, tightly closed formation. Individuals voluntarily stand side by side, sharp horns pointing outward, forming an almost impenetrable unified block. This is not the might of a lone individual, but the absolute power of the spirit of unity. On this harsh savanna, there are creatures that need no competition to be recognized by all. The Cape buffalo survives and stands firm through enduring grit and iron discipline. As the mighty herd passes, the surrounding life seems to slow down, not out of panicked fear, but because every observer implicitly understands this is a formidable force. The Cape buffalo extremely rarely moves in a scattered or solitary manner. Every step of theirs falls strictly within the strict order of the herd, where the strongest individuals proactively keep to the outer ring, while the calves are safely shielded right in the middle. Requiring no clear shouting signals, the formation still automatically self-adjusts, reflecting complete discipline. What makes the Cape buffalo's formidable trademark lies not merely in its massive physique or sturdy curved horns. Their most terrifying strength is a tenacious grit that is never easily shaken. When facing imminent danger, they do not panic and scatter at all, but bravely stand firm in place, turning steadfastness into an ultimate weapon. From the edges of the boundless space, looming shapes begin to emerge under the sunlight. A pride of lions appears amidst a tense, silent atmosphere, moving slowly, yet carrying a ruthless calculation. Gnawing hunger makes every sense sharper than ever, and cold gazes begin meticulously probing the solid formation ahead. The pride patiently advances through slow footsteps, narrowing the distance to the maximum without any haste. Every movement is pressed low to the ground, cleverly blending into the dry grass and dim twilight. There is no impulsive rush, only an extreme patience honed by hunger as the whole pride awaits the perfect moment. Facing the mounting pressure every minute, the buffalo herd still maintains an unyielding defensive formation without a single gap. Their confidence has never come from speed or cunning, but stems from primordial strength forged through blood bond cohesion. Each individual stands shoulder to shoulder, creating a living wall where collective belief serves as a sturdy shield. The fragile distance is finally completely erased. The pressure suppressed over a long time erupts violently in a single fateful moment. The pride instantly spreads its formation wide, each sharp gaze locking onto a target. Responding to the challenge, the buffalo herd still stands tall in place, not a single step retreating before the gates of death. Yet, creation is sometimes harsh when primordial strength must bow before persistent hunger and cold calculation. The group coordination pressure is unleashed at the perfect moment. The defensive formation is forced to close in, and the balance of victory ultimately tilts toward the lions. The hunt concludes in a heavy silence, proving that patience sometimes surpasses strength. As the tense atmosphere gradually dissolves into nothingness, the rest of the Cape buffalo herd resumes its journey. The formation is swiftly re-established completely, steps calm yet completely without disorder. Life out there never stops just because of a painful loss. With the Cape buffalo, survival continues with iron discipline and the grit to overcome adversity. Even in peaceful times without direct confrontation, the Cape buffalo still has to constantly struggle living under the harsh pressure of the natural environment. Water sources dry up, changing with each season. Grasslands wither under the scorching sun and wind, forcing every movement to be carefully calculated. Survival is not merely standing firm, but the relentless, flexible adaptation. Wildlife rarely allows any creature to let its guard down even for a split second. Every individual in the herd consciously shoulders the role of observing, sniffing the wind direction, and tracking all surrounding movements. That vigilance does not stem from cowardly panic, but is the result of hard-earned experience accumulated over the years, where a momentary lapse can cost a life. For the proudly mature Cape buffaloes, the greatest pressure lies not in personal hazards, but weighs heavily upon the responsibility of protecting the entire herd. That is the duty of maintaining formation, safely shielding vulnerable calves, and upholding order while moving. Collective strength truly manifests only when each member voluntarily shoulders their share of work, day after day without slacking. From the distance, slender and agile figures suddenly appear, moving at blinding speed and strictly obeying rigorous order. The wild dog pack does not charge in to overwhelm with massive body weight, but conquers targets through peak coordination art and wind-shredding speed. That presence brings a smoldering yet persistent pressure, reminding all species of unfathomable hazards. Wild dogs survive and master the savanna, thanks to astonishingly smooth coordination. They move flexibly without needing clear shouting signals, reading each other's positions solely through running rhythms and sharp gazes. The strength of this creature lies entirely in discipline, lightning speed, and the ability to maintain relentless pressure, turning unity into an ultimate weapon. This time, the wild dog pack has made a bold decision. Their sharp gazes turn toward the Cape buffalo herd, meticulously calculating each movement rhythm, distance, and the opponent's cohesion. This is absolutely not blind recklessness, but a scientific calculation based on speed, coordination tactics, and slim opportunity. Sometimes, choosing the right target matters more than sheer strength. The distance is choked off from multiple directions at once as the wild dogs spread out to encircle, forming a flexible arc, continuously shifting positions to probe reactions. The Cape buffalo immediately tightens formation, horns pointed outward, step by step maintaining rhythm. This is the ultimate clash between tactics and discipline, where every movement carries the weight of deciding fate. Amidst those hasty and chaotic movement rhythms, the solid defensive formation suddenly stretches in a brief moment of negligence. An unfortunate buffalo is immediately isolated from the safe protective ring, falling into a trajectory with no way out. The relentless pressure tightens the encirclement, and the outcome is sealed. Just a single out-of-sync beat is enough to alter the fate of an entire confrontation. The Cape buffalo's strength has never been something to question in the wild world. The muscular body, sharp horns, and steely will never to back down have helped them stand firm through countless storms. Yet natural laws are always fair. The greater the power and might, the heavier the price to pay to maintain it, closely tied to constant risks. For the mighty Cape buffaloes, lethal hazards sometimes come not only from cold-blooded predators, but stem directly from their core position and role in the herd formation. The brave individuals standing guard on the outer ring must always face the front line of all perilous trials. Accepting to hold firm positions also means facing the highest risks of survival. The Cape buffalo has never survived based on resounding victory moments, but rises through the enduring grit of standing firm through countless trials by nature. Their grand strength is crystallized from mutually sharing bitterness, enduring, and adapting together. Amidst this harsh land, the herd leaves behind a deep truth. Unity cannot completely erase risks, but it allows life to continue. As the brilliant red sunset begins to stain across the immense savanna, the Cape buffalo herd leisurely walks along the familiar path. The resounding thuds of their footsteps striking the arid ground echo steadily, blending into nature's eternal symphony. New challenges will await tomorrow, but their steely spirit will forever be an immortal monument. Gazing upon that proudly receding silhouette, disappearing toward the horizon, one understands that silent power needs no boasting through roars or explosive aggression. It is built from courage, silent sacrifice for the collective, and an unyielding will that never collapses. The Cape buffalo stands as the most vivid proof of the heroic truth of wild Africa. On the wild African land, life never begins with hurried movements, but with the quiet breathing of space. Light spills across open savannas, fully exposing every trace on the arid ground. Here, there is no place for concealment, and every creature must live under pressure. Wild Africa, one moment, two contrasting destinies. Not far from that open space, the edge of the old forest retains a completely different world. Dense tree canopies obscure sunlight, making every shape blurred and extremely difficult to distinguish. Time seems to slow down, turning patience into the hunter's most potent weapon. Amidst these two completely contrasting spaces, two feline species coexist on the same land yet choose diverging paths. One species rules the shade through silence and high precision, while the other masters glaring light through wind-shredding speed. This duo begins their survival story from that very difference. The leopard has never been a noisy predator or one fond of flaunting physical strength. What few realize is this animal's astonishing adaptability to circumstances. From dense forests, savanna edge grasses, to arid rocky regions, the leopard can confidently hold its ground and survive. Completely unlike lion prides living by social pride behavior, the leopard is an extremely discreet, solitary animal. It very rarely rushes into direct confrontations, prioritizing precision and situational control. The ability to drag prey heavier than its body up tall trees clearly demonstrates that sophistication. The leopard is honorably ranked among the authoritative Big Five, not just for strength, but for comprehensive mettle. It rules space not through sheer numbers or pure speed, but through supreme memory, endless patience, and accurate decision-making. It represents the intelligence and depth of the wilderness. Merging with the somber rhythm of the ancient forest, slender silhouettes begin to leisurely appear. Antelope herds step out from the openings, extremely cautious yet entirely unpanicked. They bow down to forage while continuously listening to surrounding sounds, for peace in this land is always tied to high vigilance. Hiding deep within shaded leaves, the leopard's sharp eyes intently track every movement ahead. It is by no means hurried in showing impatience or letting emotions dictate its actions. Amidst the crowded antelope herd, a target fully reveals itself through slow steps and a slightly separated distance, awaiting the right moment. And then, the silence of space is swiftly torn apart in a remarkably brief moment. The leopard suddenly lunges out from the darkness with absolute precision, every movement calculated carefully beforehand. There are no long, exhausting chases. All patience converges fully in those few decisive seconds. As the hurried movement rhythm gradually subsides, the forest edge returns to its familiar, inherent peace. Gentle breezes sway the leaves again, and sunlight continues trickling through leaf gaps as if nothing ever happened. On this wild African land, life never stops, It merely adjusts itself to keep moving forward. If the leopard is the embodiment of shade and silence, the cheetah is born to belong to brilliant light. It stands imposingly amidst wide-open, endless savannas, where there are no tall trees for camouflage and no room for hesitation. This place demands absolute speed to sustain existence. The cheetah is neither the strongest large cat, nor does it possess outstanding stubbornness. The astonishing, unexpected miracle is that its body is designed by creation almost perfectly for a single goal. A supple spine, large lung capacity, and long tail maintaining balance ensure every detail is optimized for explosive moments. Unlike its leopard sibling, which patiently stalks for hours, the cheetah maintains a state of observation in high readiness. It wastes no time waiting. Once the right moment appears, it makes a lightning-fast decision. For this species, hesitation means willingly losing its core survival advantage. Amidst hot winds blowing boundlessly across the savanna, the cheetah pauses to calm its mind and observe the panoramic view. Antelope herds in the distance are still moving leisurely, imagining themselves completely safe amidst the vast space. Yet, that very immense open emptiness exposes every minor flaw, creating favorable conditions for the impending hunt. Completely lacking complex concealment or prolonged surprise elements, the cheetah dashes forward like an arrow just released from a bowstring. The ground beneath its feet trembles violently with every burst of acceleration, the surrounding space seemingly compressing in the blink of an eye. This is not a contest of patience, but a harsh test of speed and endurance. When the chase concludes, the cheetah is forced to halt to regulate its heavy, panting breath. On this harsh grassland, it never holds the luxury of resting too long. Whether successful or failing, the consumed energy is immensely vast. Each hunt for the cheetah is a massive gamble, where the reward only holds value if it preserves its strength. The leopard and cheetah share a common home named Africa, but they extremely rarely cross paths in each other's living space. One species is bound to the discreet forest edge where darkness shelters every journey. The other clings to the sun-drenched open savanna. Environment itself has shaped their distinct hunting approaches. The leopard wins through profound patience and absolute control. It knows how to wait, calculate strategy, and strike only when all conditions are fully matured. Conversely, the cheetah has no luxury of time. It must read situations swiftly, accept plunging into risks, and pour all energy into a single challenging opportunity. Completely, neither strategy is superior to the other in nature. The leopard chooses to conserve energy for long-term endurance, while the cheetah trades stamina for instantaneous advantage. Those two independent paths do not mutually exclude one another, but harmoniously complement each other, helping the African ecosystem operate in an immensely resilient balance. Ranked within the authoritative Big Five, though the leopard raises no loud, boastful noises, it remains a name making all species wary. Its might stems from the capacity to comprehensively master surrounding space. From the somber shadows of the old forest, it asserts a status derived from intelligence and precision in every decision. Spanning across open grasslands, the cheetah bears the mission of driving the movement pace of all species. Rapid, relentless chases force antelope herds to constantly move, completely preventing stagnation. Through lightning-fast speed and daytime pressure maintenance, the cheetah contributes to keeping prey population health at optimal levels. Amidst the vast wild nature, a single pathway to rise as the strongest has never existed. The leopard chooses stillness coupled with control, while the cheetah places absolute trust in speed and the decisive moment. Though differing in methods, both aim toward a common mission of sustaining the carousel of survival. True strength among top apex predators lies not merely in masterful hunting skills, but in deeply understanding their place within nature's overarching picture. The presence of this feline duo stands as vivid proof of adaptation's beauty, where every individual contributes to weaving an endless epic. The wheel of time on the African savanna continues spinning through every alternating season of rain and shine, never repeating itself precisely, yet always preserving its inherent order. Successive generations continue the journey of asserting mettle, where each species maximizes its unique strengths to survive and thrive, enriching Earth's magnificent ecosystem. Concluding the story about the two hunting masters, we grow even more in awe of the subtlety bestowed upon this land by creation. Whether hiding in quiet shade or striding under brilliant sunlight, They will forever remain immortal symbols of will, mettle, and wondrous harmony among all species in the eternal, wild, natural world.